Bridgestone Arena. Welcome back to Bridgestone Arena. I'm Mark Mosier. Mark Rycroft in for Peter McNabb in the Altitude Studios. Let's take a look at tonight's starting goaltenders presented by Holman Automotive. In Riker, it's Pavel Francouz for the Avs.
Well, we didn't know it till about an hour ago, but Kemper popped up positive, so Pavel Francouz, his first action in over 2 years. He's been good in the minors, fully recovered. It's his time, and it's against UC Soros. He is their horse. 22 games of the season, but it's all about Pavel Francouz. Is he going to be the guy of the future? Let's hope he stays healthy. Big game for him here tonight.
Quick shot right there, and a kick save from Francouz, and the second opportunity goes right off the far post. Puck to the far side of the Avalanche end, and now Philip Forsberg takes command, and he'll work it up top. Long shot there, deflected wide of the net. His first opportunity in the NHL. Quick shot by Ekholm, knocked down by Francouz with a glove. Eric Johnson caught deep in his own end. We should tell you, Cale Makar is now in the COVID protocol. Late test was inconclusive, and it was confirmed later on that he will not play here tonight for this Avalanche team. Forsberg trying to throw it in the corner. Avs caught in their own zone. It's lifted up, and it comes off Nichushkin and out into the neutral zone. So the Avs spend the first 45 seconds of this contest in their own end.
Moj, I like that Francouz got a couple shots early. He looks good. He looks good.
He does so far, Riker. Already a glove save and a couple of pad saves. Stuffed into the Avalanche, and it'll bounce behind the net. Maltsev will pick that puck up and try to give it off for O'Connor. Again, line combinations and defensive pairs will all be jumbled here tonight, as both teams have several players out in COVID protocol. Justin Barron, second career NHL game, dumps it in. UC Soros reverses it up the boards. This is all new to everybody in a situation like this. In fact, the entire Predators coaching staff tonight is the Milwaukee Admirals, their AHL team. They're also missing several players out of the lineup. Behind his net, it's Dante Fabro. Wraps that puck toward the red line, deflected off his stick. Turning and chasing is Olivier. Just called up from the Milwaukee Admirals. The puck into the trapezoid. A lot of bodies being smashed. Jordan Gross is there for the Avalanche. Avs cough it up, though. That was Obi Kubel, and he got a stick on that pass, and the puck will deflect up and out. We are almost 2 minutes into the game. Olivier throws that one down deep. Turning is after it. Off the boards it comes. Fighting for it was Tyson Jost. Rolls into the circle, poked away from Newhook, and the Preds keep it in. Smart play by Benning. Rolls far side, and so the Avs have spent all this time in their own end, and down to the ice goes Gross as Rocco Grimaldi was charging in. Brought back in by the Avs. That pass given up by Obi Kubel, and Tyson Jost is leveled in the slot. He appears to be okay as it rolls back to the Avs end, and McKinnon gave it off for Eric Johnson and Riker. I can't imagine how many minutes guys in the back end will play tonight.
Well, especially Jordan Gross. This is his 10th National Hockey League game with Makar out of the lineup. Welcome to an extra 7-8 minutes. Sam Girard might play 25-6 minutes tonight. You're on the money, Moj.
McKinnon threw that puck right across the crease. Eric Johnson back to his own zone, finds Rantanen, and Mikko at the red line will twist that one in. It escapes the outstretched stick of Jussi Saros. Myers had gotten a twig on it to the near corner. The Avs will fight for it. Down goes Nichushkin. Philip Forsberg able to rip that one to center ice. Carried in by Ekholm. Jeannot gives it rink wide to a man coming off the bench. The Predators chug into the Avalanche zone with Cole Smith, who just got called up. Quick wrist shot. That's a wide of the cage, and Francouz may have gotten a blocker on it. Cross ice pass. Josi just off the bench. Deep into the Avalanche end. Works it toward the trapezoid. Picked up there by Barron. Grimaldi threw it off the leg. Nice play by O'Connor. He'll try to shovel it up ice, and Grimaldi able to knock it down. Avs are offside. Got a tag up. You heard the linesman yelling for it. Former Avalanche Grimaldi gave that puck up. Set ahead, and he's got it. High in the zone. In the slot. Gives it down low, and Smith just tripped over a stick. Francouz making several saves at the post, and that puck is kicked off the stick of Darren Helm. He'll find the glass, and out it comes. So the Avs under siege a little bit early in this one. And finally things will settle down as EJ takes over Riker.
Real good speed to this game. I'm a little surprised, but it's kind of bizarro land. Both teams have so many guys out. Coaching staffs are hit or miss. This is just really a wild start to the game.
Puck knocked through a couple of Preds, picked up by Alex Newhook. Down deep. Now Obi Kubel trying to fight off a check as he's smothered on the near side by Borowiecki. Avs will keep it in. That'll force Borowiecki to go. Send it to the far side. Picked up top by Tyson Jost. Down the boards he goes. Poke checked right at the hashes. Newhook couldn't get a stick on it. The Predators are on the attack. Bounced off the boards. Tolvanen couldn't handle it. Avs turn it back the other way across the red line, and we'll get a change. Here is Jordan Gross on the ice. Now he leaves wearing number 79 in his first game as a Colorado Avalanche, acquired from the Coyotes. Here's McDermott now. Into the circle. There's a turnover. Avs will have to poke it away. So things are going to be certainly adventuresome for both squads before things settle down in this one, Riker. Again, it's such a new look to both lineups. Several Milwaukee Admirals up for the Nashville Predators, including the entire coaching staff. And the Avs with new players and new line combinations as well.
Yeah, Moj, they're missing 3 of their top 4 scorers. They only have 11 forwards for Nashville. I mean, they're going to be playing on pure adrenaline here tonight. A lot of guys haven't even played 100 games in the National Hockey League up front for them.
Picked up by Maltsev, out there skating with Kadri right now. Gives it up for EJ. He's going to play a bunch as it's dumped into the near corner. Hit on the near side. Carrier took that one. The Avs will fight for that puck. I've yet to record a shot on goal as Kadri is hammered along the end boards. That puck will bounce into this circle. Maltsev almost tripped himself up, and it'll roll ahead. Chugging after it is Olivier. Avs get there and reverse it out. Predators in a quick change with Roman Josi. Marching his way to the Avs zone, gives it up. Carrier tried to dump it toward the slot. Logan O'Connor got it, and the Avs are on the run. Could be a 3-on-2 as he'll swing it to the wide right. The centering pass intended for Helm was broken up. It's Olivier back the other way. He gave it up. Quick wrist shot, and that's deflected wide of the cage as Trenton ran right over Pavel Francouz. Here's Helm to the red line. In he comes, and the Avs are offside. And we've had a first whistle in about the last 7 minutes. Well, I should say 6.5. There's no score early here in Nashville. Stick with us. Riker, let's take a look at this list in terms of injuries and COVID protocol. We've got one to add, and I'll do that momentarily. But look at that. Incredible.
Mosier, can you wake me up from a nightmare? Tell me. I'm not seeing what I'm seeing. Cale Makar, last second out. We know about Burakovsky, Kemper, all last second out. Nashville's missing a bunch of their top guys, their whole coaching staff. This is one of the bizarrest starts I can ever think of in a hockey game in my life, all due to these bizarre times.
And we should tell you that Avalanche defenseman Jack Johnson tested inconclusive and then tested negative. We're waiting on a second negative test for Johnson. If it happens, he'll put his gear on and come to the bench and play tonight, as we are in period number 1.
That's amazing.
It is. Gerard gave it up. McKinnon. He'll find Mikko, who's cut off in the neutral zone in center ice. It's snapped in by Barron. So Jordan Gross and Justin Barron are going to see major minutes with only 5D on the Avalanche bench. That means EJ and Sam Gerard give them an oxygen tank and hook them up to it every time they hit the bench. Funneled back ahead McKinnon. A twisty move and a shot, a save by Saros. That's the Avs' second shot on goal in this game so far. And now Ekholm, who got tuned up by the captain last time these two teams met, dumps it into the Avalanche zone. Bodies in the corner, everybody smacking each other. As you know, couldn't come up with it. Kadri turns it to Maltsev, and he'll give it for Curtis McDermott. Bounced off the boards ahead. O'Connor is onside, but that puck eluded him. Here's Smith. Had it chopped away. Picked up by Roman Josi. Puts the brakes on. O'Connor got twisted into the ice. Fabro with his centering pass and a turnaround shot. Grimaldi fans on it. Avs catch a bit of a break, and it's set ahead for Kadri. A little toe drag and a dangle move into the zone. He'll work it far side. Logan O'Connor twisting into the corner. Up to the point he goes now, and Gross back to the hashes. Set for Tyson Jost behind the net. They'll try to reverse, but Fabro made a good defensive play. So it's interesting. The Avs are without their top defensive pair tonight. We just saw the list. Just a ton of guys are out of the game. Predators don't. They have their top pair on the ice. They're missing their forward striker, so it's a little bit of give and take here.
But Moj, McDermott was scheduled to play forward. Now he's back on D. Justin Barron's in his second National Hockey League game, and Jordan Gross is playing his 10th National Hockey League game, and they're all got to play big minutes here tonight.
Rammed ahead by Benning, intercepted by Gerard. Sammy G walking his way in, down the wing, in front, redirected just wide by a cutting in Newhook. Just couldn't get that blade turned over in time. Lick late on Cunningham as that puck is sent behind the Avs cage. Helm pops it up into the circle, and Sammy G will twist and turn and send the outlet to EJ. Aaron Johnson down for Newhook. Dumped it into the corner. Avs trying to keep the defensive pairs fresh as they possibly can. Turnover, backhanded just wide by McDermott, and he got a lot on that long backhander. Nico, he'll dance on the far side. Calling forward up top is McKinnon with a one-timer, and it's blocked away and caught a player in the skate. Bodies collapse down to the ice as Barron will throw it into the circle. Banged right back to the near side and twisted out by Myers. Collected by McDermott. Rams it up for Rantanen. Mikko blew his own tire and fell down. Keep an eye on Philip Forsberg tonight. He's an Avalanche killer out there. This season, Forsberg has been playing terrific hockey. 11 goals in 19 games, but none in his last 4 as it's brought ahead now by Aube-Kubel. Cross ice pass taken away. Pass missed. Olivier. That's going to be an icing call on the Preds with almost half period number 1 gone. And there is Jordan Grossreicher. You were just talking about him. Called up from the Colorado Eagles.
Yes, and here's his game. He's an offensive guy. He's got 18 points in the American Hockey League. That's 3rd in the entire league. He's 5'10", 190, kind of built like a Sam Girard. And then we got Justin Barron, 25th overall last year. He is the next future young star of the Colorado Avalanche. They sent him down to the American League, 9 points in 14 games. So he's kind of that Cale Makar, Bowen Byram mode.
All right, let's see what it's going to take to ensure the win. It's all presented by AAA Insurance.
Well, originally I had Overpower early, but that was with Johnson and Makar in the lineup because there's nobody up front for Nashville. And if they take advantage of their defense, which is the second one, hammer their D, it's the best part of their game. All their forwards besides Forsberg are pretty much American League guys or just young guys. But now with Makar and Johnson, it's kind of leveled the playing field a little bit here, Moj.
Yeah, it has. So we'll keep an eye looking for number 3. The Avs ice that puck. And see if Jack Johnson does, in fact, clear the COVID protocol. All right, here's what's going on with the Nashville Predators as we take a look at it. They've got injuries, certainly, but look at that, Riker.
Oh, it's another nightmare. So there's all the coaches. Of course, Dan Heino was going to coach tonight, but he tested positive about maybe 4 hours ago. Matt Duchene's the only one not COVID protocol. He's been out a couple games with the lower body injury, but Carl Taylor never played in the National Hockey League, been a coach for about 15 years. Scott Ford, my brother,
in front,
played
Connery shoots it over the top of that. Sorry, Riker. It developed out of nowhere, went into the screen, and yeah, Danny Heino was going to coach the Preds, but protocol got everybody. 9:43 to go here, period number 1. We've got no scored Bridgestone Arena between the Avalanche and the division rival Predators. Maltsev in for the draw in the near circle. Predators have a host of different guys in as well since the last time these two teams met up. November 27th in Denver. Pin back behind the net. Push to the far side. Here's Forsberg. Steered ahead. Carrier. Lost the handle right inside the zone. Centering pass. Retton trying to get away from Sissons. That bouncing puck. It's anybody's business at this point. Into the corner it goes. Sissons trying to work his way in front of Mikko. Now it's pinned. Squirts out of the pile through Ekholm. Poked away by the Avalanche. And Carrier will bump it to Forsberg. Forsberg through center ice. Gives it off. Down the wing comes Novak. Into the corner. Immediately rubbed out by the Avalanche and Maltsev. It's the reverse direction. Pops it off for Johnson. In the air it comes and out. It'll check up like a pitching wedge in the neutral zone. Newhook draws the attention of a couple of Preds and rips that one in as Saros will play it. The Avs did not see Jussi Saros in game number 1. It was the backup David Riddick, but they've got the number 1 now, and he's been playing very well as of late for the Predators. 5-1-0 in his last 6 games. Barry steers it off. Helm rams it up for Val, and he'll turn it up ice. Nichushkin into the Predator zone, walks in and shoots, and a save by Saros, and he's going to hold on. Val has had a red-hot stick as of late, and that time he couldn't get it by the blocker.
Moj, it was the right play by Val Nichushkin. And the whole time I was just hoping, get McDermott a goal. But he's got the hot hand. Why not shoot any rebound McDermott's going to find it. And somehow UC Saros, he just absorbs that like a sponge. Everything Val's been shooting going in. Moj, would have been great to see the big man after taking down Reeves get his first goal for an Avalanche uniform. Would be awesome.
It would have been fantastic. He's got to be the new heavyweight champ of the league at this point. Set up ice by Fabro. Preds did get a stick on it, but there's Sammy G to wheel it back to his own end. Finding a safe space behind the net, the outlet right to the tape of Kadri. Sticandle his way through center ice. Nazem Kadri with a wrist shot deflected, and a blocker saved by Saros. That one crossed him up off his own player's stick, and Girard couldn't handle the pass up top. Obe Kubel, lead pass, missed the target. Yossi gives it up. Here come the Preds back in. Drop pass, sent far side. Pushed into the crease by Olivier. And there's Francouz to make a great play. Turned up ice. O'Connor gives it for EJ. The Condor tried to go down the slot and got poke-jacked. Trennan steers it back to his own end. And the Preds will get a wholesale change. The Avs will do the same here in period number 1. Still no sign of Jack Johnson. Hopefully getting a second negative test. The Avs with 5D. But they do have McKinnon. He will flash in down deep, shoots. What a glove save by Saros. And he'll hold on as he kept the glove out looking for that particular shot.
Well, there's the speed of McKinnon that we know and love. Just flies down the wall. Defenseman must just have a nightmare. And right there you can see Saros. Great glove save. And here's on the backside. Good defensive play. That's Gross there. And just couldn't hold it in. But look at Francouz staying in his way. That dive does it all. The backside pressure. Good job by the forwards coming back. And Francouz looking really calm in the net so far here tonight.
Yeah, man, that's been the MO for Pavel Francouz in his NHL career. Not a whole lot of wasted energy between the pipes. Just very solid positioning and very calm. Body's crashing into the corner. Jeannot went down. It's sent up top for Carrier. A little shimmy move, and he'll dump that puck down deep as it eludes Barron. Nico down the boards. Tried to gain control. Had it knocked free. Kicked up for Ekholm. Long wrist shot through traffic. Kicks a rebound shot off the side of the net by Carrier. Francouz right now locating the puck very well. Reversal by Carrier. Nowhere to go but bounce it up top. Forsberg. Long wrist shot. Score! It was deflected and went off Francouz and hit the post and goes in. And the Predators have the 1-0 lead here in period number 1.
Oh, that was too bad, Moj. A bit of an offensive onslaught by Nashville. Francouz came across. He was so square on that one-timer. Carrier had nothing to shoot at. And this is how the Avalanche are scoring. Just throwing it on net, getting the deflection. I think it was tipped in front, Moj. I can only assume. And there it is, back of the net.
A lot of bodies were in the way, Riker. It might have been a seeing-eye puck that got to Francouz at the very last moment. We'll have to slow that one down to get another look, but he did get some of it. It ricocheted off the post and it trickles behind him. So it is a 1-0 Nashville lead here. 6:37 to go in period number 1. Red set it ahead. Starting chasing now will be Newhook, but that's an icing call on the Nashville Predators right off the faceoff.
Well, Moj, back to the coaching staff in Nashville. So first ever National Hockey League game for Carl Taylor. And here's another look at the goal. Just a quick wrister. I bet we can see a deflection. Moj, I can't tell if that got tipped late or just had eyes because it went through 10 bodies. But either way, not the start we wanted.
Yeah, if it did, it looked like it might have clipped an Avalanche player, but really hard to tell from that vantage point. Newhook wants to send it off for Jost. That puck eluded him. It goes into the far corner, and Borowiecki's down to the ice. So is Tyson. Helm back to Jost. Trying to work his way free. Bumps it up top for EJ. Far side, Newhook. Still with it. Alex Newhook. Cross ice. McDermott. A wrist shot and a save by Saros. He fought it off. Poked into the slot. Turnaround shot. Saved by Saros. Bashed up, not out. Long bump by EJ, and it's cut off by the Preds. So UC Saros clearly is on top of his game tonight as well. Denying the Avs on a couple of chances there, but I love seeing McDermott fire that puck. He's got plenty to step into it. What he does. Glove down by Barron. He'll bring it up ice again and flings it off. O'Connor swings it wide with Maltsev in the slot, and that pass misses the target. Kadri turns it on net. It's gloved by Saros, and he's going to hold on. 5:37 to go here in period number 1. Philip Forsberg, for the moment, has the Predators on top by a score of 1-0. Avs will look to march back next.
He's used to in their whole careers losing guys in warm-up or losing guys last second and multiple guys. That's the weird part for me, and just getting word now that Moj, I'll let you take that.
Yeah, Jack Johnson has emerged to the Avalanche bench. He came out for a little stroll during the TV timeout. So Johnson has tested negative again, so that's a positive sign for the Avalanche. Send it into the slot. Loose puck. Knocked away with a paddle by Saros. Back to Eric Johnson it goes. McKinnon fakes the one-timer. Turn around there by Girard. In the circle, backhand shot and a save by Saros is read and twisted and turned. Well, Colorado Avalanche fans, the lottery is big. Don't wait to find a genie in a lamp. Grant your own wishes. The Powerball jackpot is $353 million, so get your tickets today.
Almost Jussi Saros is looking on his game tonight. Avalanche have had a bunch of grade A chances. They haven't even looked close to scoring.
He's been right there with the glove or getting the body in the way. Made that one blocker save early. And here's Newhook out for the draw. Avs win it again. Girard working his way to the corner. Now peels away from Grimaldi the best he can. Turnaround chance by Maltsev into the slot. It missed Nichushkin. Eric Johnson to Sammy G. Sets it up. Looking for the wrister. Shoots wide of the net. EJ couldn't get a stick on it as Cole Smith was able to ride him off. Novak gave it up, and Benning will flip that puck up high in the air and out. Here's Grimaldi, the one-time Colorado Avalanche. Lost the handle. Avs will settle things down. So Forsberg gets the tally. Carrier and Ekholm with the assist. That's the difference in the game so far. And we mentioned for Forsberg, it's his 12th goal, and this is his 20th game of the season. Here come the Preds back in. Trent couldn't put it down deep. Stuffed off the arm of Francouz. Avs locate. They're able to bring it ahead as Gross finds the glass, and out it comes. The Predators went hard to the front of the net trying to take a 2-goal lead. Back they come in. Glass fans on the wrist shot. Aubé-Kubel on the slot. Good save there by Francouz. That puck was collected between the circles. Jack Johnson in his first shift after passing protocol. Shovels the puck to the near side. Carrier down the boards, takes a hit. Mikko was all over him. Adds digging at it and rants it in. Steers it off for Johnson. Jack gives it up now for Aubé-Kubel as Ekholm picks him up inside the zone. It's been a penalty-free game so far here with 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go in period number one. Both teams disciplined. Predators came out like gangbusters.
Great having Jack Johnson back. You can always float the forwards around real easy, but having a solid decor back there, that just stabilizes all the young guys. Now you might be able to throw McDermott up front a little bit. And
McDermott raced to the dot, and a nicing call on the Nashville Predators. All right, it's time for tonight's Taco Bell take.
Well, there it is, folks. Best record in the National Hockey League since November 11th. Remember that start we had, Moj? Because nobody else does. The Avs got hot. You knew it would take them time. You knew they'd find their way. And that's an impressive last 15 games, 16 games right there.
Yeah, it certainly is. The Avs were 2-4-0 in their first 6, and then started to turn things around and won in many different ways. Kadri bangs it up top. EJ rocks back and fires, deflected wide of the net, and there are bodies everywhere in front of Saros. Girard just took a hit from Jeannot. Avs keeping with that puck. Nathan McKinnon trying to spin his way through a couple of Preds. It comes up the boards, and Nashville is able to bring it ahead. Down the wing at Jeannot. Looking to dish off. Send it through Sissons. That'll force Johnson to work it to the far side. Lay a hip check. Reds, though, pick up the puck. Forsberg twisting and turning into the circle. To Benning. That shot deflected high off the screen with just 2:52 to here to go period number one. Nashville clinging to the 1-0 lead.
Well, I can't help but think about the coaching staff in Nashville here. We didn't get to finish it off. Carl Taylor's first ever National Hockey League game coaching. Scott Ford played in the American Hockey League his entire life. This is his first game in the NHL. And then Scott Nickel, who I played against for many years, the assistant GM, is actually down on the bench there. Scott Nickel right there. He was a feisty guy, played over 650 games in the National Hockey League. His first coaching game in the NHL tonight.
You do with what you can, I suppose, right? You know, again, you call up the coaching staff from the Admirals, I was sort of disappointed when Danny Heino did not get a chance to coach his first ever NHL game as a head coach. Helm took a hit. Maltsev with a wrist shot. That's blocked. Never got through. Yossi was right on him, and Yossi's stick is broken. Jammed rink wide and picked up by Justin Barron into the slot. An opportunity for Helm. Got cut off by Saros. Gives it back for Barron. High slot. He'll turn and fire. It's deflected off the glass. Avs couldn't pull the trigger quite fast enough as Saros was scrambling at his crease. On the far side, Novak pinned. Puck is poked loose, and here's Ekholm again. Right up the gut comes the big D. Trennan throws it high in the air. That will find the screen in the Avalanche zone.
Moj, sometimes the worst thing that can happen to a hockey player is too much time on your hands. Nobody's there. Nobody's there. What do? You're better off if you have pressure, you're forced to make a play. Then here comes the wrist shot with no one in front. In hindsight, you wish you could have tried to sneak something five-hole, but when you're sitting there with all that time and space, that never happens in the National Hockey League level.
It's almost like you turn and you look and go, oh gosh, there's nobody here. What do I do? What do I do? But it was a good job by Saros, too. He's not the biggest goalie, Riker, but he made himself very large there to give Darren Helm nothing to shoot as the Avs turn it over again. Forsberg tried to give it off for Jeannot. Down goes Mikko Rantanen. Penalty coming up on the Predators. The Avs will get the first power play. In down the right wing is Nichushkin as he pulls up. Extra attacker coming onto the ice, but the Preds finally touch up. And with 1:36 to go, it'll be the Avs with the extra man here. Nashville arguing the case, but they're not going to win that one.
You got a trip?
And you heard that. The referee mic is
Nashville
wide open.
number 84, 2-minute minor, tripping.
That's the voice of Brendan Schrader, first-year National Hockey League referee, out there tonight with Justin St. Pierre.
Well, let's take a look right here. Yeah. He tried to do the sneak play, Moj, where you keep the stick on the ice, you've lost your man, maybe nobody will see. Well, we got two referees in this game, and they see everything. Good call.
So let's see what the Avs can do. They were 1 for 6 2 nights ago against the New York Rangers. Linesman didn't like what he saw, so everything slows down. We'll do it all over again as Kadri again is kicked out of the draw. Rantanen, who drew the penalty, will work his way to the dot. Julian Fourier is the linesman. Now he's going to kick Colton Sissons out of the dot. Rocco Grimaldi will have to step in. Into the corner, carry on. To the far side, McKinnon did get a stick on it. Kadri tried to push it back down the boards, and Nico is now tied up. That puck in his skates. Bouncing free. Gerard one-hands it. Avs can't get a hold of it. Taken by Ekholm, and he'll pitchfork that one up and out and back to the Avalanche zone. Avs reset. Brought ahead by Gerard. McKinnon waiting for the slingshot drop pass, and he's got it, and he's got ahead of steam. McKinnon through center ice. Gives it off for Kadri. Bump to the point. Here's Sammy G to take over and walk the line. Now it's McKinnon. Worked his way loose. Turns. Fires far side. Mikko tried to push it down deep, and a good read by Ekholm. He'll clear it. Under a minute to go, period number 1. Avs on the first power play for either club tonight. Rantanen back to Gerard. Avs slowly bring it in. Gerard found room. Now Kadri. Ready to give it up top. Gerard picks and chooses. Now McKinnon. Kadri, a turnaround shot deflected. Save by Saros. Rebound in the slot. Chased down by Nichushkin. Far side, here's Mikko. Avs getting some chances now. Saros has been good. Ripped off. Now McKinnon. Finds Rantanen far circle. Mikko deep to the goal line extended. Lost the handle. McKinnon racing for that puck, and he's got it. Time winding down. Bumped around to the near side. It goes off the glass and comes all the way up and out. And that should do it for period number 1. So the Avs will still have some power play time, but less than 30 seconds of it to begin period number 2 here in Music City. Well, the only goal of that first period came off the stick of Philip Forsberg at 13:23. It's his 12th of the season. A crazy situation here tonight for both teams with COVID protocol and injury. And it's the Predators who have the 1-0 lead after 1. And you're watching Colorado Avalanche hockey on Altitude. After the break, stay tuned. You've got Kyle. He's got the highlights, out-of-town scores, and much, much more with the intermission. Beautiful look at downtown Nashville as we move inside Bridgestone Arena. Period number 2 is coming up. Mark Mosier along with Mark Rycroft in for Peter McNabb. The Avs trailing the Preds by a score of 1-0. Let's take a look right now at the ball recycle reel highlights.
Well, Pavel Francouz, we got to give him a high five. He got the call about an hour before the game. Kemper came up, tested positive late, and he was sharp as you could ask for. Probably didn't get a pregame nap, stayed on the ice, worked some extra, thought he was going to be backing up, but instead he faced 11 shots, a lot of in-tight saves, and Mosier, I thought he looked calm, composed, collected. The only one that got by him was a CNI wrist shot from Forsberg at the point. But all in all, I'd say the first period, pretty impressive considering the circumstances.
I would agree with you, Riker. He just looked very calm. I had a chance to sit down with him last night and talk to him when we got to the hotel, and he was obviously very excited to be back, but he just felt really good about where his body was, Riker, and where his game is right now after the 4 games with the Colorado Eagles.
And Moj, think about the long haul as a professional athlete and all the pressure to stay in shape and stay in the game. You're in the prime of your career, and you keep coming up with these injuries. That takes a lot of mental strength to keep it going. And let's hope from here on out the health stays, because the talent is there. We just need a long run of health for Pavel Francouz.
Jared Bednar doing what he can with his lineup here tonight as Kadri comes out to take the draw. He's out with McKinnon and Nichushkin. And Mikko Rantanen, of course, on the power play as the Avs now have a short while left on it. Let's take a look at the stats. The Geico stats for bundling made easy. Go to geico.com. Now down to 10 seconds on the Gino penalty as McKinnon brings it ahead. Mikko rifles it ahead. Breaking in as Kadri shoots. Save, rebound. He's cut down by Soros as he got to the top of the crease, and Jussi Soros made another really good save. Out of the box is Jeannot. He duffs it into the far corner for Sissons. That developed out of nowhere. Good set play. Quick centering pass. Forsberg gives it off, and Jussi hovers, shoots. It's deflected. Never got through. Back far side for Roman Josi. Wrist shot. Easy save for Francouz. Got it right in the middle of his chest. So the Avs get a good opportunity, Riker, right off the bat there. But again, Saros shuts it down.
Moj, I was trying to figure out why is Mikko coming down the far wall like that. And then right there, it's a new set play. I've not seen that this year, Moj. Maybe you have. Hit Kadri just flying up the middle, confused Nashville, and that's about his first shot of the year that didn't go in. And oh man, might have caught a tailbone slide into the boards on that.
Yeah, that stings and that hurts, and that's everything you can think of. Preds win the draw. Fabro gives it off for Josi. Long wrist shot, never got through. Hit Obe Kubel in the legs. Back to Josi in the slot. Poked away, and Tyson Jost will move it ahead. Dumps it in, giving chase. It's Fabro. Jost racing hard. Preds come up with a loose puck. Cunning. Out of center ice, brought in. Novak, wrist shot, deflected into the screen, and the faceoff will stay in the Avalanche zone. Here we are just over a minute into period number 2.
And there's Tyson Jost. I think he's developed himself into just a solid third-line player that can penalty kill, but can also jump on the top 2 lines if he's needed to be. Sometimes you got to adapt your game to play in the National Hockey League, and Tyson Jost has done just that. Plus, Coach Bednar loves putting him on the ice. He trusts him as a player, and that's huge for Coach Bednar. Yeah,
and you got to think, Riker, if things like this continue, a lot of guys are going to have to adjust who they play with, how much time they play, where they play. And so I think every team, as we still negotiate through the COVID protocols, you've got to be adaptable the best you can. Jack Johnson flung that one right off the back of Barron. Into the corner it goes, Olivier. Smothered by Barron. Preds try to dig that one loose. It's Cody Glass. Glass kicks it up top. Borowiecki fires it off the inboards. It bounced on Francouz and went into his gear. He had to fall right down into his crease. Well, Sondermind is changing the way people focus on their mental health, because mental health is physical health. So go to Sondermind.com and see how therapy works.
Well, there's young Justin Barron. Well, sometimes opportunity presents itself in the second National Hockey League game. Man, the future is bright for Avalanche Decor. He is the next great young talented player. I don't think they planned on bringing him up, but he certainly was playing well enough in the minors to get the call. Yeah, you know, they don't need to bring him up, Riker. Didn't need to. They can let him percolate and get some real professional experience. And that puck goes off a skate, rolls goal line extended, bashed at by Forsberg.
We'll finish that thought momentarily. Sent into the slot. Deflected wide. Carrier got a stick on it. Sissons cycles it off. Finds Forsberg. Gave it back to Sissons. Avs will strip him, and a penalty coming up. It's going to be a hook. It's going to be on Eric Johnson, so the Predators will get their first power play of the game. To finish the thought on Justin Barron, again, you can let him develop his game in the A, but like you said, Riker, that's Justin St. Pierre making that call. He's going to be a very good player. We know that as EJ goes to the box.
Yeah, and Moshe, we'll take a look at the penalty here. And I'll finish that thought on Justin Barron, but stick on the ice. There's Eric Johnson. It's a good call. Your stick is in the gloves. It's going to be a penalty every time, but Moshe, you know what everybody forgets now? Mikko Rantanen played an entire year in the American Hockey League. It's great for players to take that time to develop, but sometimes COVID and injuries, sad luck, you're going to the big leagues.
Yeah, and Justin Barron is out there for this important penalty kill. The Avs able to win the draw and send it all the way down. And Mikko Rantanen, playing for the San Antonio Rampage, was basically a point-a-game guy as a 19-year-old, and that year in the AHL, he will tell you it was invaluable for him to get used to being a professional player. And it's a really, really good league, Riker. As you know, you play there yourself.
Oh, it's tougher to play in than the NHL sometimes because it's more of a blizzard approach than you kind of know where everybody is at on the ice.
Yossi gave it for 12 and in Jeannot. Marching his way, tried to get through Barron, kicked back up the boards, a bouncing puck. Kept alive by Yossi. Far side, Forsberg tried to give the slap pass into the slot. The Avs will pick it up there and send it all the way down the ice. The Avalanche still tied with the Vegas Golden Knights for the most shorthanded goals in the National Hockey League this season with 6. The Nashville Predators have given up only 1 shorthanded goal this year. Bumped ahead. Now here's Trenton down the wing. A drag move. He got tripped up, and penalty coming up on Samuel Girard. So the Predators will go 5-on-3 for 56 seconds. Girard tried to reach back as Trenton made a little drag move.
Colorado 49, minor for tripping.
So here we go. This is a huge moment in this hockey game.
Okay, I was wondering if he stepped on the stick, Moshe, because if he stepped on Sam Girard's stick, then that wouldn't be a penalty, but he caught it on the toe, accidental, probably a good call by the officials, and here it is. Maybe the key point in the game right here with a 5-on-3.
So Jack Johnson is out there as the only guy in the back end. Up front will be Nichushkin and Helm. So all of a sudden this has taken much more dramatic turn. Predators win the draw to Yossi. Finds Forsberg back to Yossi. Predators start to creep in a little bit. Bump back for Yossi. Forsberg back to Yossi, one-timer. Saved by Francouz. Reds pick it up. Here's Roman Yossi again. Swings it first on one-timer. Wide of the net. It'll rim off the stick of Forsberg, but kept in. Oh, goodness. Predators just firing that puck. Yossi gave it up. Forsberg couldn't get the one-timer off. Steers it to the side of the net. Back it comes for Forsberg. Serving. Walks the top of the circles and shoots wide of the net again. Taken by the Preds. Give it to the near side. Forsberg up top. It's Yossi running the show. 10 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Comes back to Forsberg. Bumps it down deep. A turnaround opportunity. Loose puck kicked to the far side. Eric Johnson wants out of the box in the worst kind of way. And here comes EJ. Sent down deep, saved. What a save by Francouz with the left pad. That was brilliant. It's funneled up the boards for Eric Johnson. He'll bump it all the way down the ice. Oh, what a save by Pavel Francouz.
Moshe, that was outstanding, as Kyle Keefe would say. Nadia Comaneci, but that looked like he had a wide open net, stuck the pad open. What a job by Darren Helm at the top, keeping control with that 5-on-3.
Preds could not handle that pass as Ekholm let it fly. Went right off the stick of Novak. And here comes Nashville back in. Novak picked up on the back check by O'Connor. Kick for Ekholm. A bomb deflected wide again. And there's a broken stick as Glass got his twig on that one. Comes to Novak. No, it got held up into the corner. Might have gone off the referee. It's hard for us to see. Use your camera in the way there. Trenton rips it around for Glass, who's got a new stick. Nate Berman broke up that pass. Predators, though, will bang it up to the point, and Ekholm will walk the line. Now just 5 to go in the power play. Glass, top of the circle shot. Saved by Francouz. Kicked again, shot. Saved by Francouz. Rammed off the glass by Barron, but not out. Out of the box is Sammy G. Down low, kicked away by Francouz on what would have been a sure goal, and the Avs can't clear because Jost doesn't have a stick. Finally, it's pushed ahead, and Logan O'Connor says, I'll take it myself. He dumps it into the Predator zone, and the Avs killed off the 5-on-3, and the rest of the Nashville power play. Riker, that was impressive.
Wow, Moj, was that a Pavel Francouz human highlight reel or what?
He got that right pad out and denied the pass to the near side.
It was amazing.
He read it well. That's all instinct for the Avalanche netminder. Jammed up top, Borowiecki, long wrist shot, blockered away by Francouz, and the Avs right now under siege. They got to get control of the puck and get things moving the other way. Borowiecki gives it off for Benning. His wrist shot hit a man right in front, and Eric Johnson will do the honors off the glass. Mikko flags down that loose puck. He's in. McKinnon joins the fray as Rantanen marches to the post, dumps it down the boards, but it ricocheted away from McKinnon. He'll body the man up. Smith and takes that puck loose. Wide of the net it goes for the Avs, and Francouz able to play it with his stick.
Moj, I still can't get over that. Sorry to interrupt you there, bud. That play was so good, he actually stopped a pass. Forget about the shots. He stopped a pass from going across for a goal.
And it would have been a sure goal, Riker. Josi. With a backhand behind the net. Olivier had it scored away from him. Jack Johnson trying to ride him off that puck. Reverse back now for Trenton. Avs pick him up. They're a little bit more cohesive defensively in their own end, but Josi sends a wrist shot right through the low slot. Wanted to redirect, did not get it. Fabro gave it right to the Avalanche at Kubel. It's knocked away. Down goes Trenton, and another penalty coming up on the Colorado Avalanche. This one will be on Jordan. Rosen will take a timeout. Well, the Avs have yet to record a shot on goal in period number 2, going back to the box for the 3rd time. In the studio, here is Kyle Keith.
That's WWE Hall of Famer, Double J. Jeff Jarrett is in the house. J-double-F-J-A-R-E, double T, baby. Welcome to Smash Up, Jeff. Predators are the
That's a pretty impressive stat there, Kiefer. Again, he's just picking it up and kicking it up a notch. Yeah, the Avs need him to. Back on the penalty kill, and Ball's out there for that as well. Coughed up top for Josi, finds Forsberg now. Forsberg back to Roman Josi. Wrist shot saved by Francouz. Forsberg takes command of the near circle, goes cross ice. It's bumped up top for Josi. Back to Forsberg. No one-timer there. Another slot shot score. Design play goes to Jeannot at the hash as he's able to put it inside the far post. Nothing Francouz could do about it. And because of the penalties, the Avs now find themselves trailing by a score of 2-0.
Yeah, and the last 2 penalties are tough because both times guys kept their sticks on the ice and just took tripping penalties, but we'll take a look. You called it, Moj, a set play. The Avs do something just like this down to the crease, right up top, and that's a tic-tac-toe play. It's such a letdown. You kill off that 5-on-3, you get all the momentum, and then 30 seconds later, you're back shorthanded again. You can only sustain so much on the PK, and nothing Frankie could do on that one.
Yeah, absolutely not. He's been spectacular tonight. Well, the Preds just with a little bump right into the slot. McDermott tried to give it a head. Kadri coughed it up, tries to get it back and does. Ran right into traffic, including his own teammate Malton. Tolvanen with a wrist shot, saved by Francouz, and cut down was a man who went right into the Avalanche netminder. Connor just absolutely rammed Pavel Francouz. Avs right now just cannot control the puck. Predators seem to be everywhere. The Avs passes are missing the target. Here's Borowiecki. And it comes. Avs chop it free. Connor couldn't get a hold of it though, and it's dumped right back in. Play by Malchev. He'll wheel behind his cage and now steers it off far side. Tip for Kadri. He'll move it up ice down the wing. Not cut off by Curry, knocked down to the ice. Puck comes out of the zone and poked through EJ. Turning and chasing now is Girard. Trenton was there. Samuel Chi got poked right off into the roll to the near side. The Predators have all the momentum in this game. Sent back up the boards. Avs finally get a hold of it. Kick it ahead. Here comes Newhook on Ekholm in. Could not slide it through the big fella. Avs with one shot on goal in this period. The Preds have 10. Helped by a couple of power play opportunities, including the 5-on-3. To the left point, it's Girard. Penalty coming up on the Nashville Predators as Carrier smoked McKinnon down right at the top of the Nashville crease. So the Avs will get an opportunity with the extra man to get one right back here, Riker.
Well, let's take a look at everybody sliding in the Pavel Francouz. I'm just
2 minutes interference.
Oh, thankfully he didn't get hurt. He got out of the way, slid out of the crease real easy. I guess they will say that McDermott tripped him. Nah, I don't know. But here's the penalty in front. McKinnon, Carrier just takes a look back and 2 minutes cross-checking. And the Avs are due. And Moj, I don't want to say they have to score on this power play, but with Nashville scoring on their last one, this would change the momentum. This is the spark the Avalanche need to at least come close to scoring here and dominate this power play, if not find a way to beat Saros.
UC Saros has been good marking. The Avs have their second power play opportunity of the night. Let's see if they can get something going here. They had a chance in the first opportunity, just could not go in by the Nashville netminder as that one's bumped out of the zone. Predators race for it. And Chanot again has a man in the slot, and it went over the stick of Colton Sissons. Nashville does not have a shorthanded goal this season. The Avs have only allowed one, and that was too close for comfort. Kick back to Nathan McKinnon. Works it in now for Rantanen. Mikko diving through traffic. Rantanen into the slot. Shoots, and a save by Saros. Barely got a piece. Avs are set up again. Rantanen to Girard. Good play by Janot, and that puck ricochets off a stick and goes into the Avalanche bench. And the Avs need to be perhaps a little bit more deliberate with those passes to keep things going in the zone.
Well, Moj, this was a dangerous play here. This is just one little skip or lucky play. I think, it doesn't come down, so he had to pick it out of the air. But shorthanded, oh, that'd have been a tough one to come back from. Just put too much sauce on the sauce.
Here's Kadri with a draw far circle. Avs only 39 seconds into their second power play chance. Fabro has it after the draw, and he'll find the glass, forcing the Avs to go and a restart on their own end. Avs worked on this morning. Of course, Cale Makar was with the top unit this morning. Now McKinnon works it ahead. McKinnon, poke checked in traffic. Turned off a leg, not out of the zone. Good play by Girard. Giving back to McKinnon. He'll find Girard at the point. Sammy G back on the boards. McKinnon to Kadri. Turn around shot. Mikko shoots and scores! It's a power play goal for Mikko Rantanen. The shot by Kadri was deflected and comes right to the stick of 96. And the Moose able to stick it home for his team leading 14th of the season. The Avs get one back. It's now a 2-1 game.
Almost, thank you for that. It just seemed like Saros was never going to get beaten. Sometimes once you get one, then everybody relaxes and the floodgates open. You can see a little lucky break. Kadri tries to throw it on net, and it just, watch the deflection. Right off the shin pad of the Nashville defender, and Mikko. Boy, he's got his home on that side like Ovechkin's got one on the other. Wouldn't you say, Moj?
I would absolutely say, and the key there is that he didn't hesitate. I mean, the puck was rolling, and he just rammed it home. Again, 14th goal of the season, so he passes the idle Cale Makar, who is in the protocol. That one went off the glass, and Trennan threw it in front of the Avalanche penalty box. Avs will dump it back in, and Saros will play it. Fabro wants to give it off for Yossi. Wanted to backpedal his way up the boards. That puck slowed up and forced him to reverse it far side. Out it comes. Jack Johnson cut a man down. Olivier. EJ chased by Trennan. Turns right out of that forecheck. Newhook bumps it down the wing. Predators neutral zone play has been pretty good. Back they come again. It's Olivier for Trennan. Justin Barron staying right with him. Now Benning at the point. Thought about pulling the trigger on the wrist shot. Now does, deflected wide and hit the back of the cage. It's smothered at the post by Francouz. And we'll bring a timeout. 9 minutes and 7 seconds to go here. Period number 2 at Bridgestone Arena. Mikko Rantanen's 14th of the season gets the Avs within one.
he continues that pace. Amazing how guys get hot certain times. You get the feeling against a goaltender or a team. But I would not be against another Mikko Rantanen hat trick tonight. It could happen. He's hot right now.
Let's take a look at this goal. Yeah, it was fantastic.
And sometimes you got to get lucky. We all know how that goes. And right off the shin pad, boom, right over to Mikko. You just love how guys are ready. Sticks on the ice, doesn't hesitate, like you said, Moj. If you take time to set it and dust it, goaltender's going to be over. You got to one-time it. That's the only way to beat these guys.
Roman Josi got through Kubel down the slab of the backhander. To save by Francouz. Puck is loose to the Avalanche. Roman Josi dangled his way to freedom. Dumped in, and here comes Darren Helm. Pops it far corner for Kubel. Picked up by two Preds. He rolls to the point now. EJ throws it into the slot. But there is Roman Josi going right back home to protect his goalie. And he'll make a change as he dumped it in. Tolvanen laid a hit. Avs able to clear. Batted ahead by Helm, but this should be an icing call. No, it's waved off. One linesman had the arm up, and the other one said no. Puck rolls across the red line. Jeannot has Forsberg cutting in. Got tied up by McKinnon. Forsberg now marching his way high. Benning with a long wrist shot. Save Francouz. He got it right in the chest and would not give it up. Avalanche fans, Mountain Time is a cold, crisp, crushable lager from New Belgium Brewing Company in Fort Collins. Game time means it's Mountain Time, so go grab a case.
Moj, I think last time this commercial came up, we talked about having a cold one after the game, and I think the Avalanche scored within the next couple shifts, so I hope that maintains tonight.
Well, if they tie this thing up and take a lead, Riker, I'm buying.
Okay.
Whacked at by Rantanen. Back goes to the Nashville zone. Borowiecki steered it ahead. Forsberg did not get a stick on it, or did he? It's played by Francouz. Forsberg make the steal. Forsberg tried to dish it off a skate right at the top of the crease. Kicked up top for Sissons. He'll turn and send it off a leg. Might have caught Forsberg in the upper body. And Eric Johnson will bat it out with the backhand. Predators lost the handle of the neutral zone. Maltsev walking his way right up. Gives it for Kadri. There's a shot. Maybe a slap pass that missed the target as Maltsev had his stick lifted up to the point. Chopped down by O'Connor, but that puck escapes the zone. Racing for it was Gross, and it's popped up into the air. Here is Smith, just called up. Poke checked on the play by O'Connor. Good play by Logan O'Connor. Really finding himself at the National Hockey League level in many different ways. Avs can't control the puck. Ekholm throws it far spot for Grimaldi. That pass went in his skate, and the Avs will turn it up and out. Kadri's at the end of his shift, but O'Connor will keep hustling in down the wing. Tried to center it off now for Kadri, and he got ridden off in the back check there by Smith. It's Roman Josi. Drop pass finds Grimaldi. Grimaldi with a wrister, and that missed by a country mile. That puck comes up and out and all the way down. Avs with only 14 shots on goal. That's 3 in this period. But they do have a goal on the power play. Trennan cut down Girard, and a penalty is coming up. It's going to be an interference call, and the Avs will go right back on the power play. So
Moj, the only thing
go to the box.
My favorite part of that play, Sam Girard got up real fast.
He's going to stay on the ice, Riker, for the power play. Let's take another look at it.
Two guys going back for the puck. Now I'm going to watch the feet and the skates. Got to play the puck, not the man in that scenario. The puck was not close enough to Sam Girard. So watch as Sam comes back right here. Give Sam the business. You got to play the puck if it's there, and that's why you have an interference call. Just thank goodness with the way things go. He wasn't going fast enough to hit those boards too hard. And as you said, Sammy Girard will be out there for the power play. So here we go.
Predators win the draw, though. Carrier able to swing it down. So let's see what the Avs can do here. 4 total shots on goal in their 2 power play opportunities, including the Rantanen goal last time out. Slid in by Mikko. That puck will slither into the corner. Bang back for Rantanen. Wants to work up top. He can't find McKinnon. Rantanen chased. Now he banks it to the point. There's Nathan. Gave it off for Kadri. Back to McKinnon it goes. They'll play pitch and catch. Avs trying to find some space. Sauce it up top for Sammy G. Back to Kadri it comes. Predators aggressive. Mikko will dart behind the net and find McKinnon far side. Back now for Rantanen. And this slot is Nichushkin. Here is McKinnon at the dot. To Val, and that shot is wide of the net. Kick back up top. Girard gives it back. Kattery rink wide. Had that pass deflected. Sisson's got a stick, but it's given off for Nichushkin. Puck though in his skates, and the Predators able to send it all the way down. So the Avs power play is halfway through, and they'll make some changes.
And good work by the Avs. Just almost too many tiny cube plays, Moj. Could have used one on the net looking for a rebound.
Give it off now for Tyson Jost. Obe Kubel, nice little move. Finds room and finds Eric Johnson. EJ worked on the unit this morning. Obe Kubel with a wrist shot. That went off a leg and went off the glass high. Good play by Newhook. Bumps it for Jost. Up top it's EJ again. Obe Kubel by himself. Cross ice pass stolen away. Good work by Olivier. And he'll clear the zone. Racing in on the near side was Newhook, and he looked to be wide open until that pass was intercepted. Tyson Jost will bump it for Obe Kubel. Maltsev straight away. Newhook could not give it down low. Yossi got in the way. It's hard to pass through him. Maltsev with 2 to go on the power play. Throws it up the boards, and the Preds are able to steer it down. Francouz will come out and play that puck as Trenton is out of the box.
And Moj, that's literally what makes a penalty killer great. They can anticipate plays and pick off those cross-ice passes.
Grimaldi into the trapezoid with it. Jack Johnson stood his man up. Tolvanen smothered. Tried to escape. Puck knocked loose. Comes to Smith. Turnaround shot. Saved by Francouz. Rebound. Saved by Francouz, and he's got it. Well, the Avs right now making it a little bit too difficult on their goalie. Francouz's positioning is good. And he's able to keep it a 2-1 Nashville lead. With Kyle Keefe.
All right, Moj, let's give this another shot. It is our second pause in the action. Talking about Val Nichushkin. Everybody knows he has 9 goals on the season. But what's more impressive is how. Month by month. November, 8 games, 5 goals. December, 8 games, 4 goals. We still got 8 to play in December. To put this into perspective for you guys, he has more goals than David Pastrnak, Patrick Kane, and Jamie Benn. These guys have all played 28, 29 games. Nichushkin has more goals than all of them, and he's played in just 17 games. That, Moj, is spirit world stuff.
It certainly is, Kyle, and Val has had a terrific year this year and continues to improve. Jared Bednar talks about his finish now, and he's doing a great job of that. Was robbed by UC Saros a little bit earlier in this contest as the Preds win the draw, but can't hang off. Darren Helm will bring it ahead. Got it through Yossi, but not a lot of mustard on that puck. And a penalty, or no, excuse me, I guess it's an offside play. Not the outside referee.
And Moj, if I can chime in on Nichushkin a little bit.
Yeah.
My favorite part about Val is I think some people gave up on him. Now, he's proven the Avalanche organization right because they gave him a second chance. But he's proven a lot of people wrong at the numbers he's putting up right now and playing on the second line and being real efficient at it.
And we knew that he could skate. We knew that he was a big fella when the Avs did sign him. And basically it was, okay, if you make the Avalanche, you're with us on the minimum. This was a couple of years ago. If not, you can go back to the KHL if you'd like to. But he's stuck, and he's become a terrific player and a valuable component for this team. In more ways than one. You look at the Avs record with Val in the lineup. It's very impressive. Bump for McKinnon. He'll work his way ahead on Ekholm. Drops it off for Barron. Justin Barron with a wrist shot of that missed. It rims around the boards, and Forsberg is off to the races. Watch out. Here comes Forsberg in. Has a man in the slot. Score! It was deflected by Girard, and it gets by Francouz. And the Avs now trail by a score of 3-1 as Barron's shot missed the net. It rimmed around, and that's one of those ones you got to be careful because the other team can get up and get out in an odd man rush.
Just unlucky here, Moj. Nothing else to it. Sam Girard plays this as good as you can. Forsberg's coming down. You cannot let the pass across. And it just goes off his stick, and a goofy deflection. We'll get a real good look here. It goes off Sam Girard's stick right there, and it goes underneath. See, even had the angle on his stick right. Sam Girard did everything perfect. He just got unlucky on that play. Nothing you can do, Moj.
So Philip Forsberg will have his second goal of the game. It's now 13 goals in 20 games for Forsberg. Again, he hadn't scored in his previous 4, but he loves to play the Colorado Avalanche. Benning backhands that one right through the outstretched arms of the referee. Avs keep it in with EJ. Eric Johnson will dance up top. Got cut off. Now McDermott turning and throwing it down deep. That missed everything. Rims around Obe-Kubel with a two-hand shot. Kadri being draped on by Borowiecki, who's got the puck. Set ahead as McDermott laid a lick on a guy in front of the Avs bench a couple of times. Almost dumped him in. That was Novak. There will be no retaliation on Curtis McDermott because that would be silly. As Nathan McKinnon says he just loves violence, and why not? Gerard steers it to the Nashville zone. Ekholm with a reversal. Right at the hashes, Trennan able to get it out. 26 shots on goal for the Preds, 14 for the Avalanche. Cody Glass gave it off. Olivier backhands it into traffic. The Avs come away with it. Here is Valnichushkin. To center ice, McKinnon sweeps it off, finds Mikko. Mikko down deep, got hooked, no penalty called. Puck lays right in the corner. Battle behind the net. McKinnon still chopping at it. Soros has lost his goal stick, cannot retrieve, but the Preds with the puck. That one's thrown through the referee and Trennan to center ice. Here is Olivier. Darted through 2 Avalanche players, turns and throws it down deep. It's gloved by Pavel Francouz with 1:25 to go here in period number 2. Score $100 in a Colorado Avalanche jersey when you open a qualified KeyBank checking account by December 31st. Visit a KeyBank branch or go to key.com/avalanche.
Well, Moses, sure looked like Rantanen was hooked, or at least a little bit messed up going in on that 2-on-1 there. I'd love to see a replay, but no call on the play. The officials all over it been calling a lot of penalties in this game.
I thought the outside official, who had a good look at it, might have been the one, but no arms came up as EJ got the red line. Up the boards it comes through Grimaldi, and the Avs can't keep it in. That's going to be an offside play as McDermott gives a shove. And all the bodies will separate and everything then calms down. Hey, Altitude Authentics in-ball arena and online is the perfect place to do your holiday shopping this season. We even helped you out with a guide to some of our favorite picks, so check out ideas from yours truly and some of my friends here at Altitude. You can also enter to win one of our selections. Just head on over to ColoradoAvalanche.com and get all the details. Some really cool stuff there at an inexpensive price, and favorite Avalanche player in your, or a fan I should say, in your life will absolutely love it. Good shot by Helm, deflected up into the screen, and the face-off again stays in the Nashville zone. So we're under 1 minute to go here in period number 2. The Avs in a very unfamiliar situation, trailing by a couple of tallies in the second. But the Avs came into tonight's contest as the #1 goal-scoring team in the National Hockey League in the first and second periods. But again, with everything that's gone on, everything has been just a little bit disjointed tonight. Predators certainly shorthanded as well, missing some top forwards, including their top 2 centers. That includes Matt Duchene. He's not in COVID protocol, but out with an upper body injury. Preds sent it off the glass to the Avs zone. Gerard couldn't locate. Now he can, and it's an icing call as he tried to track that puck. So we'll see if the Avs can win a draw here. Again, 51.4 seconds left. Avs scheduled to be at home against the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning on Saturday night before embarking on another 3-game road trip right before Christmas. We knock on wood to hope that everything's going to be okay as some of the COVID protocol things crept up today in Nashville. Here come the Preds again. Down low, Forsberg bats that one over the top of the net with a backhand. Avs will carry it up ice with Nazem Kadri. Kadri working his way now to the near side. 3 Predators follow him as it's dumped down deep. Benning hit by Newhook. Rolls right to the hashes where Kadri could not get it away from Forsberg. It popped to Borowiecki, and he'll give it off for Sissons. Dumped into the corner. Borowiecki activates, trying to keep things alive for the Preds. Under 15 seconds left now as it kicks up top. Benning, long slap shot, Easy glove save for Pavel Francouz. The Avs held to just 3 shots on goal here in period number 2 after 11 in period number 1. And you take a look at it. Up top, Benning, just a long drive. Deflected a little bit, but a good job by Francouz to read that. Pucks have been bouncing just a little bit here tonight, and the Preds have had a couple of fortunate bounces go their way. Here's McKinnon with a draw. Into the corner, Barron. Flings it off the top of the glass. Predators keep it in. Steered down deep. It went off of Jack Johnson, and that will do it for 2 periods of play. So the Colorado Avalanche see the Nashville Predators strike not once but twice in the second period. One by Tanner Jeannot and one by Philip Forsberg. Mikko Rantanen, the only tally for the Avs, his 14th of the year, and it came on the power play. After 2 periods of play in Music City, it's Nashville 3 and the Avalanche 1. You're watching Colorado Avalanche hockey on Altitude. Coming up after the break, stay tuned. You've got highlights and much more with Kyle and Riker. They'll have it all for you with the Toyota Intermission Report.
Keep the riding jeans, stop drinking everything, ready to stop the fight outright. No one can settle me, torture man of the free. That's what it takes to be me. That's what it takes to be a cowboy.
Mark Mosher at Bridgestone Arena. Mark Rycroft, Altitude Studios in for Peter McNabb. Avs trailing 3-1 as we get ready for period number 3. It's time for The Future is in Your Hands, presented by the Ball Corporation.
Well, let's take a look at fastest to 20 assists in franchise history. Nathan McKinnon not scoring a lot of goals, but he set them up. Took him 16 games to get to 20. And then you go to the great Michel Goulet, still one of the best handshakes I've ever been in. And then Peter Stastny there with Anton and Marion. What a great story it is how they came over, played for the Quebec Nordiques, and they put up some huge numbers, Moj, back in those early Nordique days.
Yeah, they certainly did, Riker. While McKinnon doesn't have a plethora of goals at this point, as you talked about, he's got now 21 assists. He's got 24 points in this, his 17th game. So here we are underway for period number 3, and the Avs got to pick it up a little bit. Let's take a look at the Geico stats for bundling made easy. Go to geico.com. The Avs only 3 shots on goal in that second period, and that's just not going to cut it, no matter who's in COVID protocol and who is not, as the Preds bring it ahead with Sissons up the middle. Down the slot, good play by Eric Johnson to take that puck away. He'll try to headman bump it off for O'Connor. Now to Kadri. Nazem Kadri ran right into traffic with Jeannot on the back check. Roman Josi, though, is still out there for the Preds. Made a good play. And he'll take command out of his own end. Fell on himself as he tried to push that puck in. Avs a little bit slow getting there. Reverse to the near side, Jack Johnson. Josi gave it off. Nice play by Gross. He'll backhand it up the boards. Now pushes it with the forehand to Kadri. Predators right now challenging every pass the Avs make. Francouz comes out of the cage to play that puck and bats it out of the zone. So the Avs are going to have to use their legs and not telegraph lanes. Just try to get some flow going here to get back into this one. Cut it is stuck down to the ice by McDermott. What a big hit. Maybe that'll get some motivation going on the part of some Avalanche players. Gross. Outlet was intended for Aube-Kubel, but a good play by it. The Predators and Trennan, and we have a stoppage in play, and a penalty is coming up. It's going to be a hook. And the Avs are going to be shorthanded again as Curtis Bergman is not going to the box, but he did lay a big hit.
Colorado number 16, 2-minute minor hooking.
And what I love about McDermott is he's not taking any penalties. So he's out there. He's the biggest man on the ice. Nobody's going to touch him from Nashville. He doesn't have a competitor. There's no Ryan Reeves there, but he's been effective all night long. He's had a couple chances to score, but most importantly, he's not in the penalty box. That's going to get him more and more ice time. Here's the hook right here. Just anything in the hands, they're going to call it. Aube-Kubel, as a player, you know you did it. Nothing you can do. That's an unfortunate power play here the Avs are going to have to kill off.
Yeah, a coach would say, just keep your stick on the ice. You won't have to worry about that. But the Avs now have to kill off that Predators opportunity For the Nashville Predators, it's their 4th power play of the night. Avs do win the draw to Jack Johnson. He's able to scoot that one through everyone all the way down.
And Mose, you know what's funny about that penalty is guys play more and more minutes. Sometimes you get a little more exhausted than you normally would, and your brain shuts off, and you start to take reaching and holding penalties.
Jeannot was able to elude everyone. Kicks it far side. Quick wrist shot over the top of the net. Comes to the near side as Tolvanen let that one go. Now Forsberg, who's already got 2 goals on the night, bumps it off. Sisson's back to Forsberg. Up top, Josi. Tolvanen, top of the circle with a slapper, deflected off the end boards after it hit a leg, and Erik Johnson couldn't make the play. Puck is free. Helm could not grab a hold of it. Josi at the point. Gets the return pass, walks. Saucered off for Forsberg. Cut off by O'Connor. Josi with a wrist shot down the slot. That never got on net. Logan O'Connor able to backhand it up and out. And a nice play by the Avs penalty killers. More than halfway through the kill. Matthias Ekholm works his way ahead. Quick little outlet, found the target in Novak, but the Avs able to get it away from him. Trennan wants to reverse it to find some space, and it comes to Cunnin on the near side. Trennan rolls far side. Tipped off for Cody Glass, just called up from the Admirals. Turnaround shot, never got through, hit McDermott. Settled down by Joe, scoots that one up. It'll bounce up and out, and Nichushkin's in pursuit, but Ekholm shields and steers it up ice. I love that Nichushkin is always there sort of hunting and pursuing. Stays with it, able to send it down to the Nashville zone, and so far so good, Riker. 10 seconds to go in this kill.
Yeah, and if you get Nichushkin or Logan O'Connor, I think everybody underestimates their speed when they get going. Sometimes they surprise those defensemen. That's how they've been creating all those turnovers and scoring shorthanded goals.
Brought ahead by Smith. Fumbled the puck, went across the ice. Avs will pick it up. Flung up to Aube-Kubel, who's out of the box, and he couldn't hang on. Avs now need to start spending time in the other zone. Outlet finds Nazem Kadri. Lead pass right to McKinn, but it's batted away by Borowiecki. Saros will play it. Comes to Kadri. Now Gerard run at as the puck is cleared up and out of the zone. He needs a new stick. Calling for it from the bench. Couldn't grab it as Jack Johnson is there. Predators again, very aggressive on the forecheck. These Nashville players, including Cole Smith, just called up. It's an opportunity for them. They're trying to make the most of it here tonight against the Avalanche. Behind the cage, it's Cody Glass. Marching away from Barrett, swings it up top. Fabro gives it off. One-timer by Josi. Missed by a mile. It'll rim off the glass and out. Back ahead it comes. Josi with a feathery deflection. The Avs take control. There's Barry. Got a little bit too cutesy. Turn it over. Novak right back in. Marches down low. Throw it into the blue paint. And a nice job by Francouz to read it. Chopped that by Roman Josi. Cut off there by McKinnon. Comes to Val. Nichushkin wandering his way through the neutral zone. Waiting for the Avs to change a little bit here. And Aube-Kubel had it hop off the end of his stick. Predators on the counterattack. Turnaround shot by Tolvanen. Actually pivoted and then got squared up. And Erik Johnson takes control. You know, Mark, when you look at what Nazem Kadri has been doing right in terms of why he's got so many points, he's really simplified his game. He's just making smart, simple, clean, fast plays, dumped in on net. It's gloved by Saros down to the ice.
Yeah, Moj. And the Avalanche need to start creating that downhill spectrum here towards UC Saros. They need to get a couple of shifts together back-to-back, maybe draw a power play, but they got to change the momentum of this game if they think they're going to score 2 goals and tie this up.
Predators just keep throwing it from side to side of the Avalanche zone. Avs finally get control. And you talked about it. Sometimes it just looked a little bit too fancy. Here comes Newhook in, driving toward the front of the net, and he shot it wide. On the far side, O'Connor poked at it, but there's Maltsev to dump it on net. Saros will glove it down again. Wrapped ahead by Myers into the Avalanche zone. Avs coughed it up to Grimaldi. Colton Sissons ran out of real estate. Hammered down there by McDermott, not once but twice. They're getting after each other. Buck up the boards near side, and again, Sissons is not going to mess with McDermott. Grimaldi all the way to the point for Borowiecki. He'll have to dump it back down deep. Grimaldi took it away, tried to stuff it in front. Saved by Francouz, and the Avs are trapped. Predators seemingly everywhere here in the Avalanche end. Up to the front of the net, deflected and a save by Francouz. Nice play by Barron to reverse hit so he could garner some space and the Avs can clear. Benning out racing O'Connor. Logan staying with it, but Benning got away. Sends it ahead for Jeannot, and it's dumped down the right wing into the Avalanche zone as Cunnin tries to make the play. EJ is there, and a penalty coming up on the Nashville Predators. Avs will try to get the extra attacker on. Finally, it's touched up, though, by the Preds as Nichushkin was stripped. It's going to be a holding penalty on Nashville, and when we come back, the Avs will try to get back within one yet again. 12:51 to go in the third. Avs trailing by 3-1. All right, Kiefer, thank you. Avs in the power play. It's their fourth of the evening. Nazem Kadri is out to take the draw to the right of UC Saros.
And this is big, Moj. The Avs are struggling to create much offense right now, which we haven't had to say, in about 20 games or so. But either way, a goal here keeps them right in this game.
Certainly does, but they lose the draw, and Val Nichushkin got really dumped down hard, as did Kadri on the faceoff. The Avs have to break out of their own end, and Girard works it right up the middle. Sammy G flips it down the wing, but there was no Kadri there. That puck went up and over the glass. Was it deflected? They say it was. And Riker, that faceoff will stay in the Nashville zone. Let's take another look at how the Avs got on the power play.
And right here, just put the arm in. You can't hug guys in the National Hockey League. Whenever the arm comes off the stick, much like if you get a stick in somebody's hands, it's the easiest call for the officials. Eric Johnson, he has been flying tonight. Avs got to create some momentum on this power play.
Couldn't win the draw. Ekholm got away from McKinnon. Jeannot swings it all the way down.
Moj, you called it twice. 2 lost faceoffs, and that's 2 regroups. They got to be stronger in that faceoff circle.
Avs had a tough night, especially late 2 nights ago against the New York Rangers in the faceoff department. McKinnon marching his way ahead, tried to bump it for Rantanen, and the Avs are offside. And right now, this top power play unit is just a bit disjointed as they're trying to find some sort of symmetry here. Riker will do it all over again. The Avs are 46 seconds in and haven't been able to get set up.
Yeah, you can see the frustration setting in. Mikko Rantanen, he was bouncing that puck on his stick. McKinnon was yelling at somebody or talking to somebody right there. You missed McCarr quarterbacking on the back end. That's a big deal, but you got to overcome here.
Nazem Kadri slingshots it off for McKinnon. The momentum will carry him across the red line and the blue line. Kadri kicks it for Girard. Rink wide. Now the Avs are set up with Mikko. A drag move, and he lost the handle. That's very un-Rantanen-like. And here's Nichushkin to help out. Finds McKinnon. Nate darting in into the slot. Redirected, saved by Saros, and it's kicked right on up and out. Beautiful little play, beautiful little redirect, but Saros would not open the pillows. Here's Girard again. Back to Sammy G, walks the line, dishes to McKinnon. Pass across, went off his skates, comes back to McKinnon. McKinnon, no one-timer here, back to Girard. Far side, Mikko one-timer, saved by Saros. And again, the key is to get that puck on net. It's underneath the Predators player. That's Carrier. Val one-hands it off from McKinnon. Nathan to Sammy G. Straight away finds Rantanen far circle. Time winding down. 10 to go on the power play. Rantanen into the corner smoothly. Centering pass comes through to McKinnon. Shoots and a blocker saved by Saros. That puck ricocheted right on up and out. Pushed down deep, not out. Far side. Dipped in front. Score! Nichushkin redirects on a perfect feed from Mikko Rantanen. The power play was over, but it will not matter. As the choo-choo train picks up his 10th goal of the year, the Avs get one back. It's now a 3-2 game, and that was beautiful.
A thing of beauty is right, Moj. Come back to the McKinnon wrist shot, and that hits the partition in the glass. It comes right back to him. Tries to sneak a quick one on, and then Borowiecki has a bad clear. What a heads-up play by Mikko Rantanen. I think everybody thought he was probably going to one-time it. And Val Nichushkin sitting in the front. And you know, Moj, it was his work behind the net that got the puck back for the Avalanche that ended up leading to that goal. Val is a complete player right now.
Certainly is, and Mikko Rantanen picks up his 2nd point of the night for this Avalanche team. He's got a goal and an assist. It's just what the doctor ordered to keep the Avs in this contest. Mikko now with 30 points on the season. And this is 24th game. Fired ahead to Forsberg. He's got 2 goals on the night. Avs able to rip it away from him. See if the rest of the squad here can get something generated. Tyson Jost was absolutely shouldered into the boards by Sissons and lost his stick. Appears to be okay. That was a very abrupt stop for Tyson Jost. Yossi. Backhand flip to Fabro. Rammed up ice. Forsberg. Lost the handles. That puck is up and out of the zone. He'll fish it back to his own end. More than halfway through period number 3. The Avs with an even strength goal that sort of acted like a power play goal. They're back within 1. Center ice deflected, and the Avs knocked that one away. Rammed in by Obe Kubel. Here's UC Saros out to play it. Finds the glass high. Chopped up and out. Pass finds Cunnin. Hit by McDermott. Kicks it up toward the blue line. Push back down the boards. Tolvanen walks in, centering pass. Backhanded save by Francouz. He'll jump on top of the rebound. And now a timeout is coming your way with 9 minutes and 21 seconds to go here in period number 3. Val Nichushkin, Johnny on the spot, gets the Avs within 1. Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning come to town to battle the Avalanche. Don't miss a minute of the action when complete coverage begins at 6:30 in what should be a thrilling game. It's the Lightning and the Avalanche Saturday Night Hockey, and it's right here on Altitude. Here we go back to action. Yeah, right.
Could be interesting to see the lineup in that game. Sorry to keep cutting you off there, but
No, it's all good, and you're right. Long shot. Saved by Francouz, located in traffic. Avalanche fans, the law firm of Berg Simpson reminds you that when the game is on the line, call Berg Simpson, 303-790-2525. Berg Simpson, good lawyers, changing lives. We'll do it all over again in the far circle. Kick down with Sissons. Here comes Jeannot in. Predators win the draw again to Ekholm. Threw it off of Mikko. That puck will bounce behind the Avs net. Sissons dumps it off. Here's Forsberg, chased by McKinnon. Got loose up top now for Carrier. Pushed down deep, and it never got through. Hit Gerard in the leg, and Mikko Rantanen. But Riker, let's see if the Avs have somebody here who can be a hero tonight. Try to get this thing even as Mikko darts all the way into the Predators' end. Pulls up, wanted to dish off, but he coughed that puck off. Forsberg at the end of his shift. So, Riker, if you had your druthers, who would you think it would be here?
well, I think it's got to be McKinnon. He's had so many chances, just can't put it behind the net. But this is where you got to grind one out. You know you don't have your A game. Weird start to the game with all the guys missing with COVID. Find a way to get this to overtime. It's the only thought you have.
Whipped off for Jack Johnson. Tees one up, and his stick shatters in half. Oh, it's just the way the night is gone as he had open room to fire that one to the front of the net. And his stick blew right up. Here's Cody Glass working his way in on Gross. Gross pushes him out of the boards, and a penalty coming up on Gross. It'll be his second of the contest. First time for tripping. This time it's going to be either cross-checking or boarding, depending on what Justin St. Pierre calls. So officially it's a cross-check.
We'll take a look right here. You see numbers. Moshe, I remember when I was a young guy playing in the National Hockey League. This is his 10th game. You get excited. You want to make the perfect play, and sometimes you do things you wouldn't normally do. And that's Justin Gross right there. That's not his game, not his style. That's just kind of like an energy penalty that you regret sitting in the box right now.
Yeah, it's tough, too, when you get called up in a must-need situation where you've taken 2 minors. The last minor that Gross took, the Predators did score a power play goal. So here we go. Up top is Josi. Tolvanen tried to give up a good read there by Eric Johnson. Avs, in fact, both he and Nichushkin read that play well. Brought in by Forsberg. Will drop it off now for Josi. Tolvanen gives it off. Sent to the high slot, rolls right to Josi, shoots and scores. A a broken play. Roman Josi had the room in the high slot, able to rip it inside the far post. It's a power play goal. Preds push the lead back to 2.
Moj, as soon as that puck started jumping, I thought, oh no. It's the broken plays that have scored in this game. And right here comes across. Goes right off the battle between Jost and the Nashville player. And Josi, of all the guys, you don't want having that puck right there. Johnny on the spot. Shoots through a screen. Not much you can do on that play, Moj. Great look here. 7-hole it is.
Yeah, for Roman Josi, it's his 10th goal of the season. He also leads all National Hockey League defensemen with 5 power play goals. So it shows you how valuable he has been this year. Norris Trophy winner, and he's just a fantastic player. Read that play well. That puck just laid at the top of the circles, and he came in with that great shot that he's got. Stolen away by Renton, and Mikko trying to muscle his way to the front, ridden off by Carrier. Popped off the top of the glass, booted for Jeannot. Back into the center ice. Eric Johnson will turn it right back into Mikko Rantanen. Picked up by 2 Predators. Rantanen trying to shield with his body from McKinnon. Nathan arching back up the boards. McKinnon had it chopped away, steered by EJ, and now here's Girard to push it down deep. Predators' effort has been terrific tonight. The legs have really been moving. Carrier took that hit to make the play. Eric Johnson will make a change now for the Avs. Time now a critical factor. Avs being outshot 34-19, and they trail by a deuce. Sent ahead for Helm. Took a hit out to play to Saros, and Obi Kubel couldn't quite catch up. He's got it now, could not send it through Olivier. It bounces free, comes to Barron. Justin Barron, the rookie, walks, looking. Still no shooting lane. Turnaround opportunity, saved by Saros. It ricocheted up and went right into his chest. And a fortunate save for the Predators goalie, but he was also in proper position.
Well, nice play by rookie Justin Barron. Look at him drawing that line just like Cale Makar does. Great shot on net. You got guys in front. Obi Kubel's looking for a penalty. Love the one-time quick release. I think that was McDermott. Guys in front. That's how the Avs have been scoring goals this year. Well, the Avs average 4.3 goals a game, Moj, so you know in their hearts they still got a chance. Can they find a miracle and pull this off with, you know, some of their top stars not in the lineup here tonight?
Well, Nazem Kadri is out there with Nichushkin and O'Connor at the moment. On the back end, it is Girard and Barron. Cunnin looks in for the Predators. And it looks like Kadri's going to be kicked out of the draw yet again. There cannot be a guy in the National Hockey League kicked out of more draws than Nazem Kadri. Just can't be. Preds win the draw. Benning seeking shelter. Off the glass it goes and out. Barron gives it up for Big Val. Nichushkin will whip it right back in as Saros will come out to play it. Steady with the paddle, finds the glass. Wrapped away. O'Connor from the corner. Center pass saved by Saros. And a great redirect by Nichushkin and a better pass by O'Connor, but UC Saros closes the pillows again.
Well, UC Saros has done a great job of keeping some grade A quality chances off the score sheet tonight. Nichushkin just trying to get it on net, but no rebounds. That's the key. Because Nichushkin, there's Logan O'Connor again. What a play. Didn't get much on it, but looking for the rebound. But it's good goaltending by Saros, and penalties have just killed the Avalanche here this evening.
Yeah, and you saw Saros too, Riker, go down to the butterfly very quickly. Rantanen after the draw just has to send it right wide. There was nobody home for the Avs. As Carrier flips it ahead right into the glove of Forsberg. Rantanen trying to outmuscle him. Puck comes loose to Carrier. Ekholm with a drive, and that never got on net. The Avs were able to deflect that one away. Fired ahead for Alex Newhook. Might be time for 18. Getting a chance to play with McKinnon right now on the top line. Up the boards it comes. Jeannot hit by McDermott. Sends us with a loose change. He'll dump it in and he'll make his change. 5.5 to go. Jack Johnson took a hit on the forechecking Cole Smith. Now Maltsev head up. Gives it back for his defenseman. Johnson jams it in. Saros got a piece of that. Holds on, finds the glass. UC Saros, a great puck-handling defenseman. Kicked up to the point. Avs will pick it up there. Johnson swings it. McDermott Shoots. Glove save by Saros. And here comes your final timeout of period number 3. Avs have some work to do. They trail by 2 with 5 minutes and 9 seconds left. Roman Josi has scored his 10th of the year. 3. And if you're looking for somebody to perhaps get another one here, Riker, this could be your guy, Big 13.
I think so. Last night, he was just, or 2 nights ago, he was a house. That put the Avs up 3-1. This is my favorite. Didn't even let him pull the goal there. Just comes in and buries. Ball arena's going bananas. And here tonight, this is his 10th goal. His last 17 games. Look at that tic-tac-toe in front. And it all led by a great forecheck where he fought, got the puck back behind the net. Val Nichushkin, I don't know if you can ask anything more than what he is providing to the Avalanche. Is just playing his pure power forward self. And now he's filling the net, Moj.
Certainly is. He's got 10 goals on the season as McKinnon will take the draw. Kick that by Nichushkin. Taken away, though, by Forsberg, trying to outrace Eric Johnson to the Avalanche zone. Cut it to the top of the circle as he shoots over the top. Forsberg is a terrific player. Wanted to give it up for Sissons. Avs able to bounce it up and out of the zone. Sent right back in, and EJ is there to collect. Sissons on the forecheck, hampering the efforts of the Avalanche. There's another turnover. Sissons has been everywhere tonight. Battle in the corner. McKinnon's still out there. Olivier's joined the mix. Trennan couldn't come up with it, but Carrier sends it to the point for Ekholm. Back to Ekholm with a long shot. Saved there by Francouz. So the Avs caught in their own zone at this point. Olivier stood up in the corner. Gerard is wrenching on him. Nichushkin still swiping at that puck, but the Preds come away with it. Cody Glass kicked it off McKinnon. Preds keep it alive. Right now the Avs just can't get it out of their own zone to even remotely think about getting in the offensive zone. EJ finally has a little space. Flips it up, not out. Glove down by Fabro. He'll push it back down deep. EJ could not pull cue that one away. Predators have gotten a complete change. Up top, Josi one-timer. Saved by Francouz. Up and out with the backhand is Gerard, and that puck will allow the Avs at least to get a couple of fresh skaters on. Back ahead, it's Novak. Cunnin. Back to Novak. Centering pass broken up by the Avalanche. Turned up ice by Obe Kubel. Swings it around. Fabro got stood up. There's the defenseman Barron knocked down to one knee. Josi was able to get that fist right in the middle of his back and ride him off. Tolvanen dumps and changes. So we'll keep an eye now on Pavel Francouz. Approaching 3 minutes to go in the game. Avs will want to get the extra attacker on. Set high over the net by Newhook. Still between the pipes is Francouz as Benning was able to gain control and clear.
Moj, I'm with you. I thought they were going to pull him right at the 3-minute mark, but I look for Coach Bednar to be aggressive here and pull the goalie soon.
There he goes now as Mikko Rantanen brings the puck in, slides it for Kadri. It's backhanded around to the near side as McKinnon shoves after it inside of 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this game. Big hit on Nichushkin along the end boards by Borowiecki. To the point, it's Gerard. Predators now getting a little bit tired. Jammed off from McKinnon in his skates. He'll settle that puck down. Break wide. Mikko at the dot. Shoots! And it went right through the top of the crease. Bodies careen on the near side. Kick back up top for Sammy G. Mikko one-timer. Deflected wide of the net. Pushed off a body. Blocker saved by Saros. And he's got the loose puck. Hey, don't wait to find a genie in a lamp. Grant your own wishes. The Powerball jackpot is now $353 million, so get your tickets today.
All right, let's take a look at some of the chaos going on. There's Borowiecki, big hit on Nichushkin. Could have been a rough play, and then here's the big slap shot in front. There's Val behind the net, playing in front. It's an all-in press for the Avalanche here. Got the goaltender pulled, 6 guys on the ice. Coach has his most trusted, talented players on. It's a big, tall order, but it has been done before.
We'll see what can happen here as McKinnon will lean in for the draw. Extra attacker is on. Battle for the puck, but it comes to Ekholm. Threw it right off the upper body of Nichushkin. Val. Quick one for the team there. Funnel up top. It's Gerard settling it down high in the zone. Now McKinnon. Back to Sammy Jean. Mikko far side. Avs still on the perimeter. Long wrist shot there. Gloved by Saros. No problem as Nazem Kadri was kicked down to the ice by Cody Glass. So Saros,
it's hard to believe.
Yeah, locating that puck.
Yeah, I was thinking, you got 3 Avalanche players in there, couldn't hit anybody, no deflections, didn't go off anybody's shin pads, elbow pads. Mikko may have gotten that a little bit higher than he wanted. It's best to come in right about knee to hip height so guys can get that good deflection on the puck.
See what they can do here. Still time left, 1:44. McKinnon again leans in on Sissons. Wins it. Girard keeps it in at the point. Stuffs it off for Kadri. Now McKinnon. Rink wide Mikko. Finds Girard. Back to Mikko. Quick shot saved by Saros. Rebound. Knocked wide of the net. Picked up by Colton Sissons. He'll lift it up. Not out. And they're going to say that Kadri cut that one down with a high stick, and the faceoff will come up and out. Oh, man.
Kadri knew he caught that with the high stick, Mose. But it's a knee-jerk reaction. You can't hold yourself back from knocking it down, even though you know it's well above your shoulders. Take a look at it here. You're like, use your glove, use your glove. No. McKinnon might have had that behind him, actually. I just don't think he's seen him.
Yeah, McKinnon was playing a little center field, Riker. You're right about that. He might have had it, might have gone over his head. Tough to say. Either way, it's going to take a Herculean effort by this Avalanche team. Girard had it poked away. Net is still empty as Nichushkin swings it up for Mikko down the right wing. Rants it into the corner. Hugged by Ekholm. He's draped all over him. Sent off the glass. Ekholm pounds it up the glass. Down it goes into an empty net. That's just how it was tonight for the Nashville Predators. Ekholm facing the glass, just rammed it through the corner. It deflects. It takes a perfect geometrical trip to the Avalanche net.
Geometrical trip. I think that's 100% accurate, Moshe. Slaps it up the wall, hits a partition, and slides dead center. This is a tough night for the Avalanche. You know, every time the Avalanche had a chance to come back in this game, Nashville found a way to score a goal. And the Avs just couldn't get the momentum on their side, or they took a penalty at an impromptu time. A lot of reasons the Avalanche didn't win this game tonight, not just missing some of their star players due to COVID.
No doubt about it. So brought ahead by Aube-Kubel. Got a minute to go in this one now. So the Predators will extend their winning streak to 6 games. Avs winning streak will be stopped at 5 games. And the Avs had won 4 in a row over the Nashville Predators, so that streak will be over. And the teams will be even on the season so far, 1 game apiece, as the Avs won 6-2 in Denver back on November 27th. Helm still fights far side, comes to Tolvanen, and he'll lift that puck up and out. Back to get it is Barron. Barron to the red line. Lobs it into the Predator zone. Kick behind the net. Picked up by the Preds. Turnover. Alex Newhook turns and shoots wide of the cage. Comes to the near side, and that's going to do it with 5 seconds to go. Predators able to clear the zone, and Jack Johnson will eat that puck as he backpedals. And so, in a crazy series of events before the game for both hockey clubs, the Avs find themselves on the wrong end of a 3-goal margin here tonight in Nashville against the Predators. As I said, the 5-game winning streak will come to an end, and the Avs will have to try to start a new one Saturday night. Final score, it's the Predators 5 and the Avalanche 2. Do join us again on Saturday when the Avs will play host to the 2-time defending Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning. Complete coverage begins at 6:30 Mountain Time. Now, stay tuned. We'll send you to Kyle and Riker in the studio for the Avalanche Locker Room Reports.